BK Sports. Now Denver's starting five. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the three. And for the Pacers, Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
There's a screen by Turner. Three-pointer Mathurin. Gordon pulls it in. And here they come. Here's Brown. The offensive rebound. Halliburton with some nice D. Indiana's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Walker for three. It doesn't go for him. For Denver, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Gordon, left side. Walker with the steal. In transition, here come the Pacers. Now here's Turner. He's covered closely. Siakam outside. Fires the three. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better. Nice slam by the big man, Walker, making his presence felt there inside.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Just a bit ago, Rick Carlisle and I were able to chat. I asked Coach what the plan is for slowing down Jamal Murray. They said, honestly, it comes down to team defense. You need to be aware of where Jamal is at all times. He can light you up. But Murray also can dish it, so we have to be smart guarding him. Always a difficult task defending the talented Canadian Jamal Murray. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. Denver has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And here's Gordon from the arc. Pacers with a rebound. To the inside. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Pass to Watson. And the foul on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Murray. Jokic with a screen on Halliburton. Murray passes to Watson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he lobs it up. And the lob disrupted. Not to be.
Oh, that's some pesky defense. Should have thought twice before attempting that pass. You're talking about a sensational athlete. Mathurin is so tough in transition.
Now here's Murray. To the right side. And here's Jokic. Tipped away. Oh, stolen by Turner. Halliburton with the ball. Checked by Murray. Gordon against Siakam. The kick out to Walker. Outside Mathurin. Beyond the arc. And again, it's Indiana with a three. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
Yeah, on top of that, they've been resourceful defensively, generating scoring opportunities by forcing turnovers.
And the Pacers with possession here. The Nuggets getting their last shot to go. Siakam in the post. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. Nuggets trail by 3. Right side Watson. Murray with it. Picked up by Mathurin. For 3. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
Here's Halliburton. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Gordon from the arc. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. Indiana has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Walker for 3. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Here's Brown. Turner covers. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball. 7 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Mathurin. Got it off in time. Good! Without a second to spare. Oh, you gotta have some. Benedict Mathurin has been leading the charge for the Indiana Pacers, hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp shooting. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, let me get your thoughts on the Pacers and how they're playing so far.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting.
Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. Murray's shot is good. Murray's got 4 points in the quarter.
Skilled finish by Murray. He can score inside and outside, really anywhere on the court.
Pass to Turner. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
They're showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
The open shot, Jokic, it's good. And the assist goes to Murray.
Yeah, great pass to Jokic when he's ready to fire, and then he's straight into his motion.
Coach, another guy that symbolizes the rise of Canadian basketball, Jamal Murray. What an impact he's making.
Yeah, Brian, and I'd say even more than just making an impact. This Canadian guard can actually carry an offense on his own at times.
Halliburton punching in. Turner inside. Outside for Halliburton. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
Yeah, nice effort from Halliburton, working to get that point-blank shot.
Jokic with a screen on Halliburton. Murray drives in, and it's good. 2 points. Murray's got 11 points.
And he was dominant in their last outing, and the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And some very quick points for him on that possession. And now just a 4-point Indiana lead.
Defenses have to be aware of Murray at all times. His shooting ability makes him a threat from all over the court.
And the bucket is good.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Pass to Jokic. Out to Gordon. Now here's Murray. The 3 ball. Walker pulls down the board. Pacers leading by 6. Out on his own on the break. And then Turner with the dunk.
Can't lose sight of Turner in these situations. You're asking to get burned whenever you do.
Here's Jokic. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line, and they'll give that one to Miles Turner.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And coach, a 3-time league MVP, Nikola Jokic joining Moses Malone, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. What a list.
Yeah, that's not a bad list at all, Brian. But what stands out beyond Jokic's skill set is the consistency that he produces with every night.
And everybody around him instantly gets better when they play with Jokic.
They love playing with him.
It's one thing to get outplayed, but when you're giving away possessions like this, it makes it even more tough.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
ABA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and absence of skill deficiencies. Ryan, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
A minute 15 left in the first half. Murray scanning the floor. Here he goes. Pass to Brown. Gordon on the wing. Here's Brown. Still no points. Shot clock at 5. And Turner with the block.
An impressive shot blocker. Turner's combination of size and timing on defense is so valuable. I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Indiana leading by 8. And Siakam, here we go. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. 29 seconds left in the first half. Here's Jokic. Jokic muscles it down.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
And the dunk by Halliburton.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Gordon. Now Murray. He's got 13. Nice move. Rejected by Halliburton. They get it back.
Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
It'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. And so that's the end of the first half. Indiana ahead, up by 9. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, the way I see it, it's an added bonus. And you can see team chemistry really growing as a result of him racking up the assists.
On the court right now for the Nuggets. We've got Michael Porter, Zeke Naji out there with Dario Saric. Then there's Russell Westbrook, and it's Strother in at the 2. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5. And clearly, he needs no time to warm up.
Outside Neesmith. Pass to Bryant. Nimhard left side. There's a screen by Toppin. The floater. It's good. And the Pacers lead by 8.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball. Indiana leading by 8. Here's Shepard. 90 seconds into the second half now. Nimhard to pass to Toppin. Back to Nimhard. And here's Neesmith. Three-pointer, no good. Saric outside. Pass to Naji. Here's Westbrook. From downtown, gets the 3 ball to go. Westbrook's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You love how Westbrook commits to his selections, not letting anything distract him on the three-point shot.
There's Nesmith with the 3. Drops in the 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Najee. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Indiana leading. Here's Bryant. Pass to Shepard. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. Intercepted. Oh, and a fast break for the Pacers. Nesmith on the wing. He's got 5. Bryant, the pass to Nesmith. And there's the foul. It's on Michael Porter. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Nembhard. Takes the 3. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
The quickness of Porter Jr.'s drive gives him the edge there. Defenses just can't react fast enough. Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Oh, unlimited energy. That's what Westbrook brings. No problems bouncing off contact.
Outside Nesmith. That's tipped. Here's Bryant. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Pacers lead by 8.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Westbrook outside. Back to Saric. Pass to Strother. Fires the 3. Indiana with a rebound. They've led by as many as 11. Here's Shepard. Yet to see a basket. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
He's just too quick to the cup. No one near him to get postered.
On the wing, Porter. The 3. Pass to Westbrook. Here's Strother. Off target with the 3. Indiana leading by 10. Here's the break. Here's Shepard. And the shot's good. Shepard's gotten 4 this quarter.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
And again, it's Denver missing. Here's Toppin. And that's not going to go. And so it's the Indiana Pacers now holding it. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Shepard topping out there with Aaron Nesmith. Then there's Andrew Nembhard, and it's Bryant in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 for the Pacers. A new lineup here for Indiana. And it's Mathurin missing. Nuggets trail by 12. Well, the defenders stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pacers.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
And they've also been in the zone with the mid-range jumper. The defense has given them space, and they haven't hesitated to rise and fire.
Pass to Turner. Siakam outside. to Turner. Shot clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Yes! Great play by Walker to set it up. And the Pacers lead by 14.
The defense better watch Turner more closely because he can strike that fast.
Here's Murray. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Here's Halliburton. Pass to Siakam. And out of bounds. Denver will have it. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. The drive by Murray. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
You keep attacking, Jamal Murray. Good things will happen.
And here's Matherin. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. 10-point lead. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Fast break. Here we go. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
We'll stand in the highly competitive West. The Denver Nuggets continue to distinguish themselves.
Well, Brian, they are unquestionably a top team in their conference, and they're proof that smart front office decisions and patience really pays off in the long run.
Out to Gordon, right wing. Screen by Gordon. Clock at 6. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Siakam. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Three-pointer Matherin. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Murray. Pass to Jokic. The 3. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist in this one. Halliburton on the attack. Brown grabs the board. Knocked loose. Halliburton on the wing. Fires from deep. He got it. Halliburton nails the 3.
Almost like he was sneaking out to the corner. Halliburton is not someone you can lose.
Lets it go from deep. Another miss by Halliburton.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pass to Brown. From deep. Jokic. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
So listen, I mean, whether you put a body on Jokic or you don't, he will sneak in there for a second chance opportunity.
Siakam outside. It's Walker on the wing, defended by Watson, and the basket by Siakam.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Murray passes to Jokic. From outside the arc. The Pacers pull it in. They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little. Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Pacers.
They ran the fast break beautifully all night long. It was a huge part of their success.
It's so true. They clearly ran the floor well, constantly putting pressure on the defense. Just a tremendous effort.
And what a huge performance it was for Tyrese Halliburton.
And he found a way to leave his mark on every facet of the game. His activity and energy were huge factors.
Back to Jokic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Miles Turner with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
He didn't have his feet planted.
.23 seconds left to play in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. Jokic with it. Turner covering. Shot to stop the run. And the basket by Jokic. 12 12 seconds left in the game.
Denver foul. Braun. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And here's Siakam for three. Off target with the shot. And so Indiana takes this one by a big margin. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the fist. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat
team in this matchup because of their depth.
And Kevin, you've got to give both front offices a ton of credit. I mean, you've got to find guys and try to be economical about it, and they need to be able to play important minutes for you. It's a little more art than science, and kudos to both of these front offices.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1 spot. And the foul on Jarris Walker. That is his first foul of the game. For 3, Edwards.
Boy, good contest that time by Halliburton. A combination of quickness and length allows him to defend at a high level.
Walker against McDaniel. And Walker kicks to Turner. Back falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And with their offensive firepower, have the Pacers Clark maxed out at that end of the floor?
There's still a lot of room for this team to grow offensively, Kevin. A low rate of free throws is something they can improve on. And a relatively low rate of threes and offensive boards, those are areas that can get better. I think there's another level they have to reach yet.
And so here is Indiana following the 3 by Minnesota. One-on-one fast break. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. To the paint. Here's Gobert. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Earlier, I spoke with the Pacers head coach. Now, I asked him how you take care of the Stifle Tower himself, Rudy Gobert. Coach said, I think you just try to pester him on defense and stay away from him on offense. If he's anywhere near our shooters, that means it's time to move the ball. So they'll have to play keep away when it comes to Gobert. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And Randle throws it down.
You know, once he has the positioning he wants, he's ready for the big finish. Julius Randle throwing it down.
On the wing, Turner. They need this. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Turner's got 6.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Here is Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, great take by Edwards, making the correct decision in the pick and roll there.
Pacers trail by 3. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. And as outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Halliburton with the steal. Now the Pacers moving it up. Siakam for 3. And Indiana, another 3.
Rising fires. This is Siakam's attitude off the catch. And with these results, you understand why.
Edwards dishes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Siakam outside. On the wing, Walker. Launches it. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota in the lead. Outside, Edwards. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Takes a 3. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Halliburton. There's 49 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And the basket by Edwards.
Fearless drive by Edwards, taking the ball right into the defense and finishing strong.
Indiana's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. And a wide open look for Halliburton. And the three ball is good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
DiVincenzo against Mathurin. DiVincenzo passes to Randall. From downtown, his second shot goes in. Off to a good start, 2 for 2.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
It's stolen by Edwards.
You know, sometimes you can't overpass. I thought he had a chance to just go up with it there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last out.
Matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Minnesota. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
You know, another point I'd like to add is that they've had tremendous success early on converting turnovers and turning those into points.
The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report.
And that was from way outside. It's clear McDaniels has confidence in his long-range capabilities.
Siakam finds Halliburton. Out to Turner. There's the 3. Outside Mathurin. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got 3 assists in the game. It's Edwards on the wing. He's covered by Halliburton. It's Edwards on the wing. He's got 8.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
And it's Halliburton penetrating. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt at his 3rd make.
Driving lanes are created because they have to respect Halliburton's perimeter shot.
Outside Edwards. Edwards! Oh, man!
Pascal Siakam.
Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
The Timberwolves shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Anthony Edwards is a classic 2-guard, Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose And that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
Oh, here's Edwards. He's got 11. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Gobert. Second chance effort. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
With his size, Gobert can make this look really easy. It's almost unfair.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Halliburton passes to Mathurin. Siakam, a screen on DiVincenzo. And a wide open look for Mathurin. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Pass to Siakam. It's up a 3. They get it again. And Turner throws it down.
Boy, dominant play by Turner there. Used his force and physicality to get that rebound and the bucket.
Gobert in the corner. Randall outside. Edwards with the screen for Randall. Going inside. Back to Gobert. 5 to shoot. For 3, Edwards. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter.
You know, to me, this is what you love seeing from Turner. The willingness to give the ball up and get his guys going.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. And he drops in the layup off the glass. DiVincenzo's got 5 points so far.
And, you know, I'm not quite sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave somebody like him uncovered.
And Turner kicks to Halliburton. Back to Turner. Takes the 3. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 4. Randall passes to Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. To the middle. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Gobert plays as tough at the rim offensively as anybody in the league.
And Walker throws it down.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And here's Randall. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Timberwolves lead by 4. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. They've got Reed, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Clark, and it's Minot in at the 4. Pass to Minot. It's stolen by Shepherd. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Here's Alexander Walker. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Clark, here's a great guy to have in the rotation. Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Loved him in college. Loved his versatility, and I thought it would translate nicely to the NBA. Took him a minute to find his rhythm, but he's got great length, which makes him versatile defensively, and he can play with just about anybody because he's got good all-around offensive skills.
Nembhard, the pass to Shepherd. Back to Nembhard. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And Reed throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throw down at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Pass to Minot. Here's Shannon. Picked by Reed. 6 on the shot clock. Shannon, no good. Pacers trail by 8. Nemhard with it. Guarded now by Clark. Here's Neesmith. Good, nice job down low.
Well, that time he got the defense off balance with the well-timed pump fake. Nice work.
For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half.
Here's Alexander Walker. Ryan against Reed. Here's Minot. Toppin pulls it in. And it's the Pacers ball. Pass to Shepard. And that's a foul called out. Naz Reid. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. This one for 3. Connects from three-point range. Neesmith has got 5 minutes.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Here's Shannon. Nothing on the board. And he goes in for the dunk.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And both free throws good for Nemhard. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And the shot goes in. Reeves got 4 this quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Nemhard, the pass to Bryant. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Nemhard. Off on the layup.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And Reed throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And the foul on Obi Toppin. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Third team foul.
Here's Shannon. Nemhard covering. Just 5 to shoot. Down low. Clark inside. Pass to Alexander Walker. Picked by Reed. Another shot. He takes it in. He lays it in.
Alexander Walker.
Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 9 now for the Timberwolves. Outside Bryant. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Clark outside. Here's Shannon. And that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves.
It's the
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Indiana shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. And it's Walker in at the 3. That's the Pacers. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Julius Randle. 2 shots. The play is under video review under NBA rules.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Mathurin passes to Siakam. Sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
Minnesota leading by 6. Now DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Lock at 6. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. McDaniels, a screen on Walker. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Right side Turner. Halliburton against McDaniel. Halliburton passes to Turner. Back to Halliburton. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Turner.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Well, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. Now with the game in the balance, coach told his team to play loose. Don't overthink it. We got this far playing our game, and we can win the same way. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Edwards passes to Gobert. Can't hit from in close.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Siakam outside. Banked in off the glass. Siakam's got 5 points now this quarter.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Here's Edwards. Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
Turner with the screen for Halliburton. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And it's Halliburton missing. Timberwolves leading by 3. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Walker. Edwards no good. Indiana's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Outside Mathurin. Left side Turner. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands too.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Randle surveying the D. Over Siakam. Walker against Edwards. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Turner's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
I think they will. I mean, they're close enough to taste it. So they're going to keep that pressure on and keep coming at it.
Gobert finds Edwards. 4 on the clock. Three-pointer. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. Now the Pacers with it. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there. .110 left here in the fourth quarter. Gobert with a screen on Mathurin.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Halliburton feeling it out again. Turner with a screen on McDaniel. Halliburton for 3. Minnesota with the rebound.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Edwards a screen on Mathurin. DiVincenzo out to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management, crucial at this time of the game.
And that's an intentional foul.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2.
Taking 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
For 3, Siakam. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime.
That's the end of the game.
Much appreciated, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching.
Sports. Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at point guard. And for Denver, Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the small forward. All right, Grant, a matchup of the elites tonight. Two titans clashing in this one.
Oh, my. B.A., I mean, there's no shortage of stars on either side of the ball. These tend to be statement games, sending a message by imposing their will.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Watson. There's the triple. Tips it, but no good. And the Timberwolves with possession. It's a three-point game. McDaniels a screen. And Edwards, here we go. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, in pick and roll action, Anthony Edwards is thinking score first. Good decision right there.
Jokic the screen. Watson passes to Gordon. Jokic with it, guarded by Edwards. They kick it out to Murray. 5 to shoot. Jokic the screen. Fires for 3. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
And vertical threat that is Rudy Gobert. What a ferocious finish at the rim.
Murray against Gobert. And here's Jokic outside. He drops it from range.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Now DiVincenzo. Outside McDaniels. 6 on the shot clock. Gobert with a screen on Murray. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Rebounded by Denver.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Here's Brown. Jokic with a screen on DiVincenzo. Pass to Jokic. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, B.A., when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks so much. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. He was emphatic, saying that Edwards was their main concern, telling me Anthony poses problems on both sides of the ball, and he is relentless. He doesn't let up. He wants his guys to match Edwards' energy.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's Murray. No points yet. And here's Gordon from the arc. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray.
I love that Aaron Gordon goes right up with it. He's got really good instincts for knowing when to catch and shoot.
Now here's Edwards. Tightly guarded. Floats one up. And it's good on the lay-in. Edwards has got 8.
Outstanding touch, boy. The floater is good for Anthony Edwards.
Jokic with a screen on McDaniels. Here's Murray. Pass to Watson. 40 seconds left now in the first quarter. Here's Murray. Jokic screen for 3. Gordon. And it's Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 6. Outside McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Driving inside. No, stopping him there. Gobert jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. It's on Nikola Jokic. Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the contest.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
And here's Murray. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Up in time. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
On the court for the Timberwolves. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Outside Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. DiVincenzo's got 5.
Unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Pass to Jokic. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. The Timberwolves lead by 9. Here's Edwards. There's the block. And here we go. The Nuggets on the fast break. Brown passes to Watson. Over Gobert. Offensive rebound. Jokic. Look at Jokic going to work inside.
And he's just slippery down there. I mean, Jokic makes gaining position look so easy.
And here's Randle. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. Second quarter here. Just over a minute and a half played. Count it.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Nuggets trail by 9. You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
Now here's Watson. No good from 11 feet. DiVincenzo with it. And he banks in the layup. And now it's an 11-point Minnesota lead.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Jokic the screen. Murray looking around. Pure from three-point range. Murray's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside, DiVincenzo. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Denver. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, that's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents. Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks.
Wow, the tenacity of Aaron Gordon, the athleticism is just amazing.
Pass to McDaniels. Edwards a screen on Murray. McDaniels up top, defended by Murray. McDaniels can't hit. Nuggets trail by 6. Left side Murray. Jokic with it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. And Denver has possession. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Murray, no good. The Timberwolves lead by 6. Outside McDaniels. And Jamal Murray picks up the foul.
Jamal Murray.
That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
1:05 left to play in the first half of basketball. Edwards looking for an opening. Just 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. They get the rebound. Here's Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. The triple hits for Edwards.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Murray passes to Jokic. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter.
Wow, Julius Randle with a little flavor on the finish.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jokic with a screen on McDaniels. Over to the left wing. Jokic, the screen. The drive by Watson. Pass to Jokic. This one for 3. Ooh, that high release of Jokic as he buries the 3.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
And so it's Minnesota finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. More 2K action in just a moment. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
We've got Zeke Naji. Dario Saric is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Strother in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Alexander Walker. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Grant, there's such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA. Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
On the wing, Alexander Walker. There's a screen. Pass to Minot.
Denver foul. Zeke Naji. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Minot. Saric covers. Here's Reed. Sent back. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Pass to Naji. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
A solid read from Porter Jr. When he makes quality passes like this, it helps his team's overall chemistry.
Outside Reed. Back to Alexander Walker. The 3 is up. Nails it from 3. Alexander Walker's got 7 points here in the quarter.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Doris.
He has, BA, and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most 4 men. Traditional 5s are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the 3-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Naz has got big-time game.
And Minnesota with possession here. Denver getting their last shot to go. 6 to shoot. Reed passes to Alexander Walker. Left side read. Second chance effort. And another shot. Pass to Minot.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Minot. Inside. Here's Shannon. And he dunks it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Westbrook, that's good.
Really encouraging when Russell Westbrook is making that three-point shot, because when he does, he's an impossible check.
And it's Alexander Walker penetrating to the left side wing. Here's Minot. Out left to the wing. Outside read. Pass to Minot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Nuggets trail by 11. Here's Westbrook. Outside for Porter. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Porter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Timberwolves have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Alexander Walker with it. He's picked up by Westbrook. Outside read. Over to the wing. Outside, Alexander Walker. Offline with a 3.
Well, he tries to answer with a 3 of his own. He can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
Minnesota foul. Terrence Shannon. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Strawther. Charic outside. Three-pointer. That shot off the mark. Driving in. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Westbrook, the pass to Charic. Denver shooting their first free throws of this game.
That's his first personal foul.
They throw good. Charic.
At the line for Denver, Dario Saric. 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Charic.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Here's Edwards. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The T-Wolves on top. They're up by 8. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. Here's Murray following the score by Minnesota. Jokic with a screen on McDaniels. Murray passes to Jokic. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist in this one. The Timberwolves lead by 7. Here's DiVincenzo. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Murray to the left wing from the arc. And again, Denver with a three.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Murray passes to Jokic. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And now the T-Wolves on the break. The pull-up. Oh, Edwards finishes the break.
Boy, with the kind of motor Edwards plays with, doesn't give the defense much of a chance to catch him in transition. Nicely done, Anthony.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. And the layup falls.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Denver getting their last shot to go. Here's DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. Picked by Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. And again, Anthony Edwards. Edwards got 7 points here in the quarter.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
Goes up from the top of the key. And it's Jokic missing. The Timberwolves lead by 11. Outside Edwards. Here's the three. They get it back. Here's Gobert. Outside McDaniels. Back to Gobert. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. For three, Gordon. And the three-pointer goes.
Boy, difficult to defend against that, right? Gordon is a tricky player, especially if he's hitting that pull-up jumper.
Outside, DiVincenzo uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
On the wing, Murray. McDaniels covering. No one near him. And it's Watson missing.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
McDaniels against Jokic. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Outside McDaniels. Just 5 on the clock. Tries again. Gobert no good. Nuggets trail by 10. Outside Murray. Pass to Watson. Three-pointer. Randall pulls down the board.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Timberwolves.
Their transition game was the standout for me. Created a lot of extra pressure pushing the ball.
I agree. They took control of the tempo and were really dictating the terms of the game.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Anthony Edwards.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Edwards, defended by Watson. Edwards, a pass to McDaniels. Edwards a screen on Murray. Clock at 4. Lets the three fly. Here's Randall with the clock winding down. And it's Randall with the jam. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. It ends up. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaFleur.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the guy
the starting lineup. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Nuggets, in at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The 4 and the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Watson in at the small forward. And both teams look to move the ball around, stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience, it takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defenses.
Here's Mathurin, and that one is hammered home.
And you see that extra gear with Mathurin. Gets him to the rim in a blink.
Pass to Jokic. Jokic with the screen on Walker. Here's Murray. Kicks it out to Gordon. Shot clock at 5. From past the arc. The rebound by Turner. Siakam up top. He's covered by Murray. Shots good by Siakam.
It's important that Siakam plays with confidence from there. I mean, when he does, the results are often like that one.
When it's all said and done, Jokic Greg is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
Siakam's shot is off.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
In the corner, it's Gordon. Gordon with a screen on Halliburton. Watson's shot is off. Pacers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. The shot's good from Halliburton.
Saw the defender closing, and Halliburton got it away in a hurry.
Murray outside. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Shot's good by Turner.
Big man play by Turner, using that nearly 7-foot frame to get through the contact.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Last season, Stan, Jokic passed LeBron's all-time triple-double mark, and he did it stunningly in 813 fewer games.
Yeah, now it's really possible, Kevin, that he's going to end up at the top of that triple-double list by the time his career's over. He's got the Big O and Westbrook in his sights. You know, don't sell this guy short. He can do it almost any night.
Inside and stolen by Siakam. Halliburton outside. And Halliburton slams it in.
And a guy who can get up off the floor. Halliburton will throw one down if you're sleeping.
Here's Brown, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted. There's an old saying in basketball, as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Jokic. Lets the 3 fly. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
The 3-point stroke from Jokic, it just looks confident.
Here's Turner. It's hauled in by Jokic. The Nuggets trail by 4. And Mathurin comes to help. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And once Halliburton hits his stride, there's just very little you can do defensively, proving how dominant he can be.
Here's Brown. He's covered by Halliburton. Back to Gordon. Lets it go with the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Tyrese Halliburton has been on display for Indiana. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nuggets.
I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Brown. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Now, here's Halliburton. Defense is right there. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Driving in. They get the rebound. Here's Jokic. 6 points for him. A 3-ball. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. Indiana leading. Fires from deep. Jokic grabs the miss. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's Jokic. Oh, throw it down. Nikola Jokic.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Yeah, the score is also the result of quality defense. These teams are almost doing more on that end.
To the left side wing. Here's Brown. Gordon with a screen on Halliburton. Gordon against Halliburton. Gordon kicks to Jokic. Another miss by Jokic.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Here's Walker. And Walker throws it down hard.
When Jarris Walker stuffs it, we feel those pucks over here.
Here's Murray. Nifty move. And he lays it up and in. Murray's got the lead up to 1 now for Denver. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
And it's Halliburton missing. For Denver, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Jacks up a 3. Denver the rebound. Brown to the inside. And it's sent back by Turner.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Outside Mathurin. Out to Turner. Turner with a screen on Murray. Turner inside. He's against Jokic. Here's Mathurin. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
And the foul on Jarris Walker. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
There's 1:38 left in the first half of basketball. Down low. Dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And one of the better athletes in his draft class, Mathurin, with quick lift off the floor and then the power to hammer it home.
Here's Brown. He's covered by Halliburton. 6 to shoot. It's Jokic inside.
And if Jokic has the position inside, forget it.
Indiana trailing here. Siakam for 3. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes. 6 already.
Murray looking around. 43 seconds left in the first half. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got the lead back up to 1 now for Denver. Halliburton outside. Pass to Turner. And the layup's good off the glass.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Jokic kicks to Watson. And he stays with it. Back to Jokic. Things getting physical, but Jokic hammers it out and wins.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
That's certainly what I'd do. Until the defense shows they can stop him, ride the hot hand.
Here's who Rick Carlisle starting the second half with. Ryan is out there with Obi Toppin. Then it's Neesmith. Then there's Andrew Nemo. And it's Shepard in at the point. Shepard, the pass to Neesmith. Nice D from Porter. The Nuggets lead by 4. We know very few players in the league stand can put up points with the ease that Michael Porter Jr. has done.
One of the prettiest shots in the league, Kevin. He's got great size, he's got that high release, and he gets it off quick. When he's shooting it well, he can take over a game.
And he rebounds well, too. He does other things in addition to scoring.
Well, that's where he's really improved, doing those other things.
Here's Neesmith. Knocks down the 3 ball. Neesmith has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Nuggets. It's a 3-point game. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. The kick out to Porter. No good from outside. Indiana's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because He's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
And the turnover again by Denver. On offense, here are the Pacers. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. Here's Nemo. Pass to Nesmith. Bryant with it. And here is Nesmith. 5 points in the game. Floats one. Toppin. Nice D from Porter. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Denver shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for 2, Zeke Naji.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Here's Nemo.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Toppin.
2 minutes.
1:56 left in the third. Nesmith with the ball. Driving the lane. And Nesmith with the slam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. The kick out to Porter. And the layup is good. Porter's got it all tied up now for Denver.
What an assertive drive by Porter Jr. Charging right into the defense and getting it to go.
Here's Nemo. Lays it up and banks it in. Nemard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Here's Naji. Pass to Strother. They set the pick. Takes it off the glass. Strother's got 5.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Nemard's shot is good. And the Pacers lead by 2.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Outside, Porter. After Naji for the lead. And it's Bryant with the rebound. Pacers have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. There's a screen by Toppin. Nesmith, the pass to Toppin. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Turner with a screen on Murray. Mathurin for 3. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Watson for 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific. 3 quarters behind us and more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Indiana leading. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Watson in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. To the wing on the left. To the paint. With the floater. Brown's shot is off. Pacers leading by 4. Outside, Walker shoots the 3. It's good from long range.
And Mathurin proving he can be unselfish, wanting to find his teammates.
And it's Murray penetrating. Out to the right wing. Gordon, the pass to Brown. Back to Gordon. Out left to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Watson dishes to Gordon. Over Siakam. And it's Gordon missing.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
The Nuggets trail by 7. To the left wing. Watson for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Watson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Halliburton kicks to Siakam. Outside, Walker. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Pacers lead by 7.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And the Canadian getting up. Murray hammers that one home.
Walker a screen. Here's Halliburton. Stolen away. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Gordon the pass to Brown. Gordon with a screen on Mathurin. Back to Gordon. Murray outside. Back to Gordon. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Now it's just a 3-point Indiana lead.
Downright lethal in the pick and roll. Gordon's size and quickness, along with the decision making, it's a tough combination.
Kicks it out to Siakam. Kept alive. Pass to Turner. Siakam a screen on Jokic. Here's Turner. Takes it out to Siakam. The 3. Drills the three-pointer.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
2 minutes.
On the wing, Murray. Guarded by Walker. To the middle. Here's Gordon. It's rebounded by Tyrese Halliburton. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
And he is a load inside. Turner can back anybody down to get to his sweet spot.
Here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Indiana. Siakam left side. Another miss by Siakam.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
The offensive rebound. Deflects the pass. Gordon finds Murray. Shot clock at 6. From beyond the arc and then some.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there. Doing everything he can to rally his team.
Jokic with it. Mathurin picks him up. Murray outside. Pass to Watson for 3. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Huge finish from Halliburton. From the moment he entered the league, Tyrese has been clutch.
Murray outside. Into the lane. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move. And the coach's challenge has been issued. First game.
Defensive foul. That's his second.
Giving closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Outside Mathurin. Clock at 6. Pass to Siakam. Oh, wow. Unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up the shot clock violation.
Substitution for the Pacers. Number 23, Aaron Smith.
Launches a three. Buries the triple. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
And the only chance here is a lob at the front of the rim. A tip in to tie the game. There's not enough time to get a catch and shoot.
Trains it from downtown. Well, they are going to replay right now to make sure he did not release it in time as the officials originally ruled. Well, they thought they had the game already won. Now they've got their fingers crossed. And the final call's been made. The original ruling was correct, and the game is over. The basket will not count.
Well, they had to make sure he...
lengthy bench, so important in the NBA.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation, and they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
So a look at the starters for the Pacers. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
You know, in the pick and roll, you got a lot of options, but sometimes the best option is to do it yourself. DiVincenzo making the right choice there.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Now Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Walker. Shot clock at 6. Here's Edwards. The rebound by Turner.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
And Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch it, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least get close to that. We know about 25 years ago, there was a guy named Kobe Bryant who sought to do something similar to what MJ did, and he got pretty close to matching.
And Minnesota with possession here. Following the bucket by the Pacers. Fires in the triple.
Well, that was a bomb from Edwards, showing off that deep range.
Halliburton with the ball. He's picked up by Edwards. And the basket by Halliburton.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's DiVincenzo. And the layup is good off the glass. DiVincenzo's gotten his second bucket.
Well, I like to see when guards come inside. DiVincenzo trying to send a message with that hoop.
Outside for Halliburton. A deep 3. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Outside, DiVincenzo. Outside for Randall. They set the screen. And he got the whistle on the way. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
Still disputed, even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look. So the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And he drops it first. And Randall drops them both.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
Nice shot by Turner.
Tossing around that 250 lbs. Turner going right through the contact.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Outside Edwards. Launches a 3. Indiana with a rebound. Oh, and a fast break for the Pacers. Here's Walker. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Offensive rebound. Outside Edwards. three-pointer on the way. Here's Gobert. He's off on that one. Ooh, excellent D there from Turner. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. Now here's Edwards. Launches it. They get it again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Gobert so good around the rim. Had that shot back before the defense could do anything with it.
And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
On defense, the Timberwolves. Nembhard outside. Pass to Siakam. Takes a three. Here's Turner. And the layup is good.
Boy, dominant play by Turner there. Used his force and physicality to get that rebound in the bucket.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Outside, DiVincenzo. 17 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. 5 on the clock. And there's the lob. And Edwards slams it in.
Textbook and perfectly executed that alley-oop for Edwards.
Here's Halliburton. McDaniels with some nice D.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
So at the end of one quarter of play, and some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at them.
And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's Edwards. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 4 rebounds now. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Clark, we hear a lot of talk about Halliburton's Supreme Court vision. Just how good is it?
I think it's phenomenal, B.A. To be the facilitator that he is, you've got to have an understanding of what you're trying to run, but also a feel for how to get people's shots and to adjust on the fly to what the defense is providing. And it's feel as much as it is skill. Feeling where defenders are, feeling where your teammates are or might be. And that is a gift. And he's honed that in a way that's made him one of the top dime droppers in the league.
Now here's Siakam. Turner for 3. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Turner's got 7.
Man, love how Turner reads the defense, sensing and seeing separation as the pass is coming his way. Man, calmly pulling up for the shot. Nice.
Well, Clark, as we know, player comparison is a popular exercise among fans and analysts alike.
Yeah, I've never really ascribed to that, but in this day and age, I think it's even more unfair to do so because the game has changed tremendously. I mean, three-point attempts and scoring averages are way north, in large part because of the pace of play. So the game has changed, and that means when you're comparing players, it's a little harder to do in a fair match.
Minnesota in the lead. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. Back to Daniels. Pass to Edwards. Out to DiVincenzo. And a miss there on the triple.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And here's Nembhard. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. Now here's Randall. Pass to Gobert. Halliburton against Edwards. Oh, Edwards just pulling his way inside.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence. He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
The Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Randall, the pass to Gobert. Picked by Gobert. For 3, DiVincenzo. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 7 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Nembhard, good.
And we talk about Siakam's versatility. Well, there it is. Nice pass.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 2, going inside.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
And you got to have some hang time to pull that off.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
Here's Siakam. And Siakam with the slam.
It's just such a long and powerful player. I mean, once Siakam gets inside like this, he's ready to jam.
Edwards against Walker. Picked by Gobert. Edwards for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Turner's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Pass to Halliburton. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first half. Shot clock at 5. There's the 3. The shot by Nembhard, no good. The Timberwolves trail. Randall inside. He's covered by Siakam. And the call will be against Andrew Nembhard. That'll be a second foul of the game. DiVincenzo on the wing. He's guarded by Nembhard. Clock at 6. The drive by DiVincenzo.
Hey, why settle for the layup when you can dunk it? DiVincenzo putting on a show on that drive.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First 2 fouls.
Turner, a screen on DiVincenzo. Driving to the basket from behind the arc. Can't get it to drop. He can't get it to go. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
The Pacers, 21. Please direct your attention to the court and get ready for the big half-court shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Second half underway. Here's who Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. Matherin at the 2, with Neesmith at the 3. Thomas Bryant out there with Obi Toppin. And it's Shepard in at the point.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Now here's Matherin, guarded closely. Toppin goes in, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit. A great move. I mean, the defense has no response. Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Now here's Neesmith. No points so far, and he makes it.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Minnesota's shooting about 43% in this one. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Neesmith. Pass to Shepard. And he comes up with a bucket.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 3 in this second half. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Here's Shannon. Left side read. 4 on the clock. No good on the 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And then Bryant with the dunk. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
Now here's Alexander Walker. And he drops it in from the low post. Alexander Walker's got 5 points in the quarter.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Matherin passes to Toppin. Back to Matherin. 4-3. The putback. It's good on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the third. Reed sets a screen. Alexander Walker with the bucket.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Here's Matherin. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
No good on the second free throw. Minnesota has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. It's Reed with a drive. A slam dunk by Reed.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
He takes it in. Toppin. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 7 and appearing confident in this half. Here's Shannon. Pass to Clark. Outside, Alexander Walker. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander Walker. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Indiana trailing here. Here's Shepard. Outside Matherin. They set a pick. There's the 3. The rebound by Shannon.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And he makes it on the layup. Shannon's gotten 4 this quarter.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
3-pointer Matherin. Doesn't go that time. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 3. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. The Timberwolves lead by 3. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
From a couple of zip codes over Dante DiVincenzo. You know he's been working on that shot from that range.
Now here's Siakam. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
You know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Halliburton against McDaniels. Pass to Edwards. 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Nembhard. Halliburton outside. Another 3 for Indiana.
Halliburton, a really good knockdown shooter, which adds great value to this offense.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Picked by Gobert. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Nembhard.
Boy, the upside DiVincenzo has is obvious. I mean, now it's up to him to continue working on his game and keep getting better.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Indiana's gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the 4th. Here's Halliburton. Halliburton goes up top to throw it down.
High energy throw down that time by Halliburton, not wasting any time or motion.
Here's Randle. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Gobert. Edwards against Walker. Launches it from deep. The offensive rebound. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's guarded by Nembhard, and the call will be against Andrew Nembhard. That's his 4th foul of the contest. DiVincenzo on the wing. He's guarded by Nembhard. 6 to shoot. The drive by DiVincenzo. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
The shot fake leads to a trip to the line for DiVincenzo. Nice move.
That free throw no good. Good on the second one.
Unable to knock them all down, but still he puts them up by 1.
McDaniels against Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Siakam against Randle to take the lead. Siakam, no good.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th. Here's McDaniels, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Jaden McDaniels, what a moment. Huge bucket there.
Walker finds Turner. Launches it. Oh, drew the foul. And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge, asking for a review. This could be a big call.
Many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Now here's Randle. And here's Edwards outside. Siakam pulls down the board. And here's the fast break. And he finishes off the break with the lay-in.
This is why this team turns to Siakam in big moments. They trust him to come through.
Walker against Edwards. A minute 9 left in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Back to Daniels. From outside the arc.
Boy, good contest that time by Halliburton. A combination of quickness and length allows him to defend at a high level.
Gobert finds McDaniels. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Oh, he nails it!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was want to. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out.
And you know, it's unfortunate they will not have him for the rest of this one. But the game seems out of reach anyway.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. 1 second left in the fourth. All right, guys, what's your take?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot.
So it's Minnesota picking up the win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
Time, but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak be fast.
offensive fireworks. Doris might be a little disappointed in this one.
Right, Kev, but if you love gritty defensive play, this is the place to be. Listen, we may not get spectacular buckets, but I guarantee you every point is going to be well earned.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. The 4 and the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the 3 spot.
First points of the night, and you know this is going to be a battle of matchups.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Edwards with the screen for DiVincenzo. Clock at 4. Edwards drives in, and Edwards slams it in.
This guy is so explosive. Anthony Edwards off the bounce. My goodness.
You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
Now here's Murray, following the miss by Jokic. Murray outside. Shoots over McDaniel. Murray, no good.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Love the pass there from Gobert. Always nice when your big man feeds his teammates.
Here's Brown. Defended by DiVincenzo. Pass to Jokic. Shoots it. And here's Watson. Gobert pulls it in.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Hey, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And here's Edwards. There's the drive, and Edwards slams it in.
Boy, the quickness off the dribble drive by Anthony Edwards. Being able to put it on the deck, so important.
McDaniels against Murray. Brown buries the long-range jumper.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Now, I asked him if he has any plan for dealing with the multi-time MVP, Nikola Jokic. He said it's all about balance. If you defend Jokic too aggressively, he'll just kick it out to other guys too softly, and he'll kill you inside. So balance is the key. Sounds like a tough balancing act to pull off, guys.
Thank you, David. Here is Edwards, following the score by Jamal Murray. Edwards looking it over. Oh, goodness.
How about Anthony Edwards, the bounce? Go ahead, Ant.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Murray outside. Over to the left wing. Good on the triple.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
There's the killer two-handed slam.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And here are the Nuggets now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. 5 on the clock. There's the triple. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 3. Outside Edwards. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
That is big-time strength from Anthony Edwards. He's got the perfect basketball frame.
23 seconds left in the first quarter. Murray against McDaniel. From deep, Jokic. Julius Randle with the rebound. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Edwards finds Gobert. Up in time. And that one released in time, but no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Minnesota on top, up by 6. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find.
What a sweet jam by Edwards.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Jokic with the screen on McDaniel. Murray, good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And Jokic with the rebound.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota, leading by 5. Randle with the ball, and it's Gordon picking him up. Randle dishes to McDaniels. Randle passes to McDaniels. Puts up a deep 3. Jokic grabs the miss.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's been a few years now, Doris, but it feels like point guard is the position in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, we certainly have our share of great point guards. Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they seem to be in the MVP conversation consistently. But the last couple MVPs, you look back, you've got a couple of centers. For a long time, the small forward spot dominated the game. It's really something that's in constant flux.
Jokic with the screen on DiVincenzo. And Watson has it in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
And you think Murray all about scoring, but Murray is about what helps his team win.
Out to Edwards. Gobert, the screen, beyond the arc. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
And just very little chance of that pass finding the target from that distance.
And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Inside, here's Murray. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Murray's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
And you can't fall asleep against Murray, especially when he's got great interior positioning. The D has got to be better.
And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Strong move inside by Edwards.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Murray against McDaniel. Gordon with no one around. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. DiVincenzo against Murray. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
Anthony Edwards is a load to handle as a defender. This guy's got the frame and the skill to make it very difficult.
And Edwards drops them both.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of this shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. Edwards inside. He's covered by Watson. Here's DiVincenzo. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Down low, here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And the Canadian getting up. Murray hammers that one home.
19 seconds left to play in the first half. Edwards with the screen for DiVincenzo. Out to Edwards. Here's the teardrop. It's not going to go for him. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Timberwolves lead by 4. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
These are return jokers from the court. And get ready for the big half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
They've got Reed, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Clark, and it's Shannon in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Najee, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, the defense always so attentive to Russ, and he knows, okay, you're going to send defensive attention my way. I will find an open teammate.
Steps back. Alexander Walker with the ball. Pass to Reed. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Reed's got himself on the board with 3 there. And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing. And those are exactly the kind of role players you need in order to have a quality basketball team.
And one thing about Westbrook, he does not have a quiet presence. You know he's out there at every moment, and his production speaks volumes.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Here's Strother, still scoreless. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Minnesota leading by 4. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Here's Minot. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Pass to Strother. The tray. And again, Denver no good. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start today.
Taking it to the rack.
with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. The Nuggets trail by 8. Left side, Westbrook. Can't connect from short range. For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Hit by Reed. Now, Alexander Walker. Pass to Reed. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And it's a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
You know, possessions like that will help them feel good going into that final quarter.
Here's Najee on the wing. Porter traps in the tray.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Pass to Reed. Back to Alexander Walker. Over Westbrook. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Alexander Walker's got his second bucket of the game to go. Here's Najee. Now here's Šorić. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Shoots the 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
52 seconds left in the third. Fires the 3. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Knocked away. Left side, Porter. Outside Westbrook. From downtown, Reed with the rebound. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 13-5 run here. There's 21 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. And a miss there on the triple. Westbrook scanning the floor. Off target with his 3. He got it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Minnesota. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
We have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with the 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the small forward position. Outside Edwards. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. It's tipped and stolen by DiVincenzo. For the finish, throws down the breakaway jam.
How about Gobert with the find? On time and on target. Nicely done, Rudy.
It's up a 3. Brown's shot is off. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Edwards with the screen for DiVincenzo. Sinks the triple. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 14 now for Minnesota.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Gobert with a screen on Murray. It's intercepted. Cloak loose. Here's Gordon. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
To halt the run. Minnesota with the rebound. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Fires for three. It's hauled in by Gordon.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The three. Trains the three-pointer. Gordon's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Nuggets.
Boy, difficult to defend against that, right? Gordon is a tricky player, especially if he's hitting that pull-up jumper.
Gobert dishes to Randall. The shot from the low post is good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Murray kicks to Watson. Another three for Denver.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Gobert finds McDaniel. Randall with a screen for McDaniel. 5 to shoot. This one for three. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Gobert with it. Now defended by Jokic. Back to Gobert. Right side, Edwards. And finished off by Gobert.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Timberwolves.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Anthony Edwards.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
And I feel like Jokic has 360-degree vision. I mean, no matter where the open man is, he's going to find it.
The three for DiVincenzo. Good on the triple.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Now here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards. Gobert with the block. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage. All right, David, thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris.